Hello, you're welcome. You're welcome onto my channel today, and it gives me great joy to observe you are viewing this video. I'm Dr. Lion Kakmale. A lecturer in the university. I'm a researcher. I'm an expert in migration. On this channel, I do a number of stuff, but all the stuffs I do on this channel, you can easily cluster them into four: sociology, research, relationship, and migration. And I drop content on this as regularly as possible to add value to you, my subscribers and my viewers. Meanwhile, are you subscribed onto this channel? If not, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and click the subscribe button on your screen. Tap the subscribe button on your screen and subscribe to the channel for wonderful content. If you have subscribed previously, thank you very much for staying tuned. In this video, I want to discuss or mention 14 highest paying jobs for immigrants in Canada. This is very important because many people want to move to Canada. They don't know the kind of skill, the kind of jobs they should be anticipating. And there are many people still in Canada who are still struggling, wondering what they're going to do to earn good income. This is very important, especially within the context of the cost of living crisis happening in Canada and other places in the world. So I'm not saying these are the only jobs available, but these are among the most popular, highest paying jobs. And some of them are not so popular. So I want to build your capacity towards this direction. The first one I'm going to mention is software engineering. Everybody believes IT is the way to make money in Canada at this time, but there are different components of IT. IT is very wide, amorphous, very confusing for many people. So they just say IT, tech, but there are different components of text. There are areas of text that are highly sought after and paying very well. So that's why I want to break it down in this video so you know. So software engineering is very important, to manage and continue to develop and maintain the ones that are very important. Another one is director of IT. People can have information technology capacity, but there are people that have to direct and begin to give leadership towards this direction. You may have different components of IT, different people in IT work, but there must be an individual who is able to collate all this effort and begin to direct them towards the right direction. It's a combination of tech capacity and managerial capacity. This is very important. You also have what people will call software architect. So this is also if you want to be a software architect, so it's very important also. It's a very important area people look for. There also we have enterprise architect, people who also bring the enterprise capability into this so that the architecture or also the engineering, information technology area is put together. Those also have pharmacists. Pharmacists are also sought after, especially now that we're having issues in the health sector facing crisis. People rush to the hospital and there are so long waiting time in those areas. So pharmacists are also needed so that many people can also be properly prescribed for. There's this debate about should doctor prescribe, should pharmacists prescribe, who should be. This argument is beginning to be put to rest by also understanding that pharmacists are also needed to be able to make the exit or reduce the waiting time. Waiting time for now is too much in the health system of Canada. So pharmacists are also very needed now. You also have corporate controller. This is also another area which also managerial. You also have data science. You have data scientists that are very needed now, who are able to make the sense out of data that are available, use them to drive resources, use them to drive production, use them to also be interpreted appropriately. So these data scientists are also very needed. You also have cardiologists. Cardiologists are also very needed. These are people who work on people, who manage the heart system of the people. Because of what people eat now, because of the pressure of life, especially within this cost of living crisis, unhealthy eating habit, a lot of underlying ailments, hypertension, diabetes, a lot of things, cholesterol, a lot of things that put pressure on the heart. So the heart is coming down for so many people. So cardiologists are needed to be preventive and also creative. You also anesthesiologist. This is also an area of medicine that's also seriously needed. You also have psychiatrists are also very much needed in Canada now, because people are coming down with mental health issues. People are struggling to be able to make sense of things. It's taking a toll on their mental health. There's a video on this channel that I did on how to have excellent mental health abroad. A lot of immigrants are going through a lot of turbulent times, and it's coming down on their mental health. So psychologists are very much needed. Your physicians are also very much needed. If you're a physician, if an aspirant of medicine, so this is very much needed in Canada. Also surgeons are needed, who can perform a lot of surgical procedures on people to heal people. That marketing is also very important area. If you go to marketing, chief marketing officers are seriously needed to coordinate the marketing activities and manage the marketing activities of organization, so that they can remain within the profitability and sales threshold. Programming engineers are also very much needed. If you are into programming, this is very important. Program, repair programs, and also design programs for management of all of this. And you also have a lot of building director. Canada is going through a lot of shelter problem, a lot of accommodation crisis, cost of rent very high now. So there's a need. Canada is investing heavily in building so that they can bring the cost of shelter down. So people working in building, especially at directorial level, are very much needed, because there are many low-skilled people working in building environment. But there's also very important for people to be able to direct, to give policy direction and implementation direction. Oil and gas is another very important area. So if you have competencies in engineering and managerial capability, you can direct this towards oil and gas, especially in terms of drilling. Oil and gas drillers, very, very important. People are working in oil and gas, and especially those people who drill, very important. Web specialists, everything now is online. Aside the social media, organizations still need people to manage their websites, develop websites, and manage them and interface with them to the level that they are able to drive growth of businesses. This is very important. These 14 areas I've mentioned, they are highest paying, though they are high skilled areas. So you have to build a capacity in these areas so that you're able to earn very high. So develop capacity in this area and pursue careers in this area, and you go to earn well. That's another reason for this video, to let you know the capacity you should build and where to look for. Until I see you in my next video, kindly subscribe to this channel and tell others. Bye for now.